there is a revolution. Daddy, the wind of change is blowing.
My daughter, the Africa Kairos movement is here. The time to rebuild the broken walls of Africa is here. It's time. The African Kairos movement
as
is
it
here.
takes the bird to build harness, as it takes the eagle to catch our prey, as it takes the fish to learn how to swim, as it takes the shine to learn how to crawl, as it takes the arm to build until slowly to take, oh yeah, Africans to build Africa. Yes, it would take Africa's Nigeria. Oh yeah,
Nigerians to build Nigeria. So let's come back.
So let's go back to motherland. Oh yeah, yeah. If you, so let's go back to motherland. We keep you Nigeria, Africa.
Oh yes,
We keep you Nigeria.
Oh, yes.
We keep you Africa.
Oh, yes.
Yes we can. Yes we can. We can. We can.
Good morning and welcome to yet another exciting edition of the Good Morning Holy Spirit Breakfast Show. It's been a wonderful time with you, our amazing audience. And Bishop is my name, and I am your anchor for today. And just in case you're wondering, yes, I'm sure you enjoyed that beautiful song titled. Yes, guess what? I have the author, the man that did that song you just watched and listened to right now, right here. What led to that? And of course, I'm also glad to inform you that he's not just an ordinary individual. He's a pastor. He's a man of God. Yes, he is. And I'd like us to please make welcome Pastor Mario Gabriel to the studio this morning. You're welcome, sir.
Well, thank you very much for having me today.
All right, so like I told you, you're on to the Good Morning Holy Spirit Breakfast Show, and we have Pastor Mario Gabriel this morning. You know,
that's what we formed the putting together of the song, because it's high time we change our society, and now we're in the kingdom era, the era of transforming our society. That's where we are.
Wow. So, wow. So right now, there has to be a paradigm shift, going by what you say now, where believers need to understand that they are not just priests, but that they are also kings. In other words, as kings, there is a responsibility that needs to be carried out. Now, the thing is, what do you hope to achieve? What do you hope to achieve at the end of the day with the song that you just released titled Africa?
Wow. What I hope to achieve is the transformation of Nigeria and Africa at large. Because until the king order comes at home in our nation and continent, as a church we've not succeeded yet. Because the goal of the church is to reform the society. So this song is meant to power the brains of our people to drive the reformation agenda. Because the church has a major role to play in the reformation of society. We shouldn't forget, in the biblical days, anytime there's a problem in society, the priest has a major role to play. The priests were the ones that were shaping the minds of kings, people like the Samuels. So that's the role of the song right now, to help our kings to function effectively in our society.
All right, now, in that song, I heard a part where you were saying there is no southern blood.
Yeah.
There is nothing like northern blood.
No.
There is nothing like eastern or western blood. That blood is blood, and we are. Well, can you tell us more about that? Then also going in light what is happening, the killings that are taking place right now in the nation, and there is this form of tension we are experiencing at the moment now.
That's
around the nation. Can you tell us what gave you that inspiration to come and say, you know what, there is nothing like Southampton running out now, and the lab will show that this person is from the north. What can you tell us more about that aspect of the song?
Well, first of all, we must respect the sanctity of human life. The only thing that humanity cannot create is human being. We can create other things, create robots, but we've not read or seen anywhere where a human being created another human being. And once we destroy a human soul, we can't recreate that human soul. So we must have respect for the sanctity, the importance, and the value of human life. And if we check the content of the human blood, there's no blood content written northern blood, southern blood, eastern blood, western blood. It's just one blood, and the content is same: leukocytes, erythrocytes, and thrombocytes. So we shouldn't be racist in our nation. We shouldn't be sectional in our nation, despite we are many, and it's one Nigeria, one Africa, not many Africa, not many Nigeria. You might tell me southern, northern, eastern, western Nigeria, but don't forget the common denominator there is Nigeria. So we are one country. We must protect ourselves because we are one blood, though we are men. So we are not different. A tense of blood. We are one.
Now, going by what you said now, then the context of the song now, would you say the church presently in Nigeria has still the nation in terms of role play? Because there seems to be not much emphasis on what our people need to do when they go out there in the marketplace. So the church at the moment, or rather our fathers who went ahead of us, a lot of them have failed our nation in terms of raising leaders and structures that will actually help shaping society.
Wow, that's a great question. Well, one thing I've often said is that despite want to build a new structure, it doesn't mean the foundation is not essential. Though our fathers never gave us all we need to change this nation, but they represent the foundation. You know, they focus on the grace message, what Jesus came to do for us, prosperity, the breakthroughs, the miracles. All those stuff focuses on you, while the kingdom focuses on society. It focuses on other people, which is missing in the Africa gospel. It's missing in the African church. So our fathers didn't hit that nail at the head. And the new churches that are rising up has to focus on that area, because we are in the kingdom era, and our fathers never preached the kingdom message. The truth is this: the messages our fathers preached over the years cannot change Nigeria, cannot give us a new country, because deliverance is not what changes a nation. It is truth that changes a nation. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So if your mind is not transformed, you can't change the society, because it's only change people that changes a nation, or change people can never change a nation. So when you focus on through the gospel, you cannot help your society. So that's where we feel as a church. But thank God there's a wake up call now. The church is now waking up. Now we realize the fact that there's need for us to impact society. So the churches are now building schools, hospitals, security systems, which is the real kingdom message, not just preaching within the citadels of the church. So there's a shift right now going on. Yeah.
Now, if I get it correctly, so you actually believe right now there should be a shift,
a major shift
in the kind of messages and our way of doing church.
A major shift
right now in the 21st century.
That's
we
right.
Actually hope to change our society, also make our influence and impact. Now, there is this prevalent mindset, because people tend to think now that if pastor comes to sing the song, there is no Jesus in the song. You know, the song is not memorized. You know, there is no speaking in tongues in the song. And what would expect that as a pastor, you should be doing something that is all Jesus centered, and things like this are considered as perhaps you're already in the are so trapped in this religion and tradition of, you know, that doing something like this now shouldn't be the job or the duty of the pastor.
Whoa. We must understand the fact that we have 7 mountains in the universe, and religion is just one mountain. We have the mountain of tradition, the mountain of entertainment, the mountain of information, the mountain of IT, and so many other mountains. And the Bible said, in the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house shall be placed on top of every other mountain. So all our crusades, all our worship songs, they revolve around the religious mountain. What about the remaining seat by preaching? Mention the name of Jesus first. But when we enter the system unnoticed, before they realize who we are, we've changed the system. Because if we don't get involved, nothing will change. Because it's only activity that changes things. Passivity does not change anything. So it's high time we get involved.
Alright, so get involved. You are a Christian, you are a pastor, you are a believer. Your job does not end within the four walls of a church. You know, going by what Pastor Mario Gabriel has just taught us this morning, as a matter of fact, you are not called to the church, you are called to the word. The Bible says you are the light of the church. You are the light of the word. That is quoting Pastor Mario Gabriel.
That's right.
So right now we'll go on a short musical break, and after after that, when we get back, we'll be talking more about his pastoral aspect. And at least I forgot to add to it that he is the senior pastor of the church called Word City in the city of Oli. Yes, the very headquarter of Isoko South. And just in case you're wondering what it's all about, what to expect, and how he got into ministry and all of this stuff, just stay tuned, because right after the musical break, we'll be digging and delving into all of that. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Give you
Nigeria.
oh yeah.
Oh yes, we can. It will take.
Yes, it would take you and I
Africans to build Africa.
It would take you and I Africans, Nigerians, so
to build
much.
Nigeria. So let's come back tomorrow.
So let's come back tomorrow, the land. Oh yeah. Let's come back. So let's come back tomorrow, the land. The beautiful African Nigeria. Oh 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 oh. Oh 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 oh.
Yes.
We give you Nigeria.
Yes.
We give you Africa. Yo
yes.
yo lele.
We
Yo
can
oh oh oh.
build Africa, build Nigeria. Oh yes, we can.
As it is, Americans to build America. As it is, Indians to build India. As it is, Singaporeans to build Singapore. As it is, a chance to build a shore. So little to take. Yes, Africans to build their own land. Yes, it would take you and I.
To build
It would take Nigeria.
All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that wonderful. For the first time, you are on to Pathway TV and you are on the Good Morning Holy Spirit Breakfast Show. Where Bishop is my name, and I am your anchor for today. All right, now I did promise you that we are going to be revealing the pastoral side of Mario Gabriel. He is the senior pastor of a church, of an urban cutting-edge church called the Word City, located or situated at the very heart of Oli, a local government headquarters of Isoko South. Now, sir, can you tell us a little bit more about church, Word City?
Okay, Word City is a church with a mission of making prevailing people by the word, thereby changing the world. So the mandate is a transformation. The focus is on society, working on the people to work on society. It's not working on people to keep them in church, because over the years, what we've done as pastors is to train people and retain them in the church. We focus solely on the priesthood ministry of the believer. We've not focused on the kingship aspect of the believer, which is the major goal of this church, because we must understand the ages. We have the Pentecostal age, the Reformational age, and now we have the Kingdom age. The Protestant Reformation also took place then too. Now we are in the Kingdom age, and anytime you do something, you ask yourself, seizing my aim, what is needed to be done at this time? Like Bible said, the children of Issachar, they had the understanding of the times and seasons and what ought to be done. So we understood the time, and it was not a dream to start a church. We didn't just wake up to start a church. I was in school years ago, and along the line, if I'm in dreams and sometimes open visions, many could be pursuing someone like you don't need a job. That's what is the meaning of this. I went to meet my senior pastor. I said, look at what God is telling me. Now, why did God allow me to come and study mathematics in the university? If God knew I'm not going to use my certificates, He consoled me. That's the way God works. That the training is for a reason. I was so vexed to the peak. I said, okay, no problem. Then I realized I was preparing and preparing, because we must understand as people, after the calling is not sending immediately. Between the calling bridge and the sending bridge is preparation bridge. And most people don't prepare. Jesus called the 12 disciples and trained them for 3.5 years before sending them out into the world. Then the Lord told me, say, son, sit down, study, pray. the next few years. So, and I did studying and praying for 5 good years. Praying, studying, praying, studying to solidify the foundation. Because I asked myself a great question. If Matthew was my church member, Jesus was my church member, Abraham was my church member, Isaac was my church member, Jacob was my church member, what message would I preach to release the potential of these people that wrote the Bible? Because sometimes we don't think of the destinies of the people we pastor. And we forget the fact that if these people were the heroes of faith in the Bible, would they write the Bible they wrote?
Why the choice of voting?
Where I, like every other person, my dream was to be in the sea because of loadedness, potentiality, and the rest of it, and preparation over time. So I went to Lagos, was pursuing this showbiz business. Got to know Lagos is my place. Then I went to Bayelsa State, tried to pursue the music ministry. Got to me one night, said, Lord, stand up. I stood up. He said, pick your Bible. I picked the Bible. He said, Micah 2 verse 10. He said, this place is not a resting place. Depart you from here. It is not a resting place because it shall destroy you with the self-destruction. I packed my luggage. I said, Lord, where do I go from here? He said, go back to thy father's house. I said, no way. Because that land is poor. People don't respect excellence there. They don't respect professionalism. They don't respect great ministries there. I'm not seeing any ministry thriving in that place. Why should I go back there? He said, go back there because the wilderness is behind. Joel chapter 2. And the Eden is here. I packed my baggage and said, got back to Olu. And the rest is history. And God never told me on time, we're going to start a ministry. Because what I realized is that God will never speak to you beyond your last point of obedience. Until you obey the last instruction, don't expect a new instruction. So I went there, kept on preparing. One day I went to the headquarters, the one church, the Redeemed Church. When I got there, as I was outside standing waiting for my trumpeter friend, the Lord spoke to me. At the call, World City International, and the anchor scripture is Acts chapter 19. So they grew the word of God in the city of Ephesus, and the people prevailed. So making prevailing people by the word, thereby changing the world. I said, whoa, okay, so how do I start? There's no sound equipment, no venue. And God told me, what did I give to Moses to liberate the nation? So all I gave to Moses was a raw and a burning bush encounter. He said the burning bush experience and the rod I know. He said the rod indicates the revelations I've given to you. The burning bush experience indicates the encountered experiences I've given to you. So with these two experiences, you can liberate a nation. Go and start. But I was still reluctant. When I was in the winner, the pastor was preaching, but the Holy Ghost was preaching to me. From Ezekiel chapter 12. He said, there shall no more be a quote. For the time for the fulfillment of all things is now. It's time to start the vision now. Stop quoting them. It's time for the vision to become flesh. That's okay. Okay, no venue. We were sitting in stadium pavilions to teach the people. Yeah, 2 or 3 people are gathered in my name. They started. Beyond that, they started in a refugee camp. There was no pulpit. People sit on windows, sit on the floor, and ministry continues. There were these wooden pulpits. I call it wooden pulpits that the carpenter used to construct the ceiling. That became my pulpit.
Wow.
And I kept on preaching.
All right, now, so how many years is What City right now?
What City is 4 years now.
What the size of the church?
Okay, we're going to 400 at the moment.
Wow. That is massive. Now, I intentionally asked that question, what the size of the church, because I know there's someone out there this morning watching and listening this morning, and like, if you say that now because of this, I'm glad you were able to narrate your experience.
Yeah.
Just before we wrap this up, I would like to look at the camera, and in 60 seconds, I want you to say something to that pastor out there, and to someone out there who's about chasing his or her dreams, but he's so discouraged because things are not taking form, despite the effort he or she is putting in at the moment. And also to every Nigerian out there, they need to understand the need for unity and oneness. 60 seconds, just cut across this 3 areas before we wrap it up.
Wow. If I pastor or you have a calling, what I will tell you this morning is obey God. And your blessings are not in the city. Your blessings are in your obedience. Your blessings are in the location God has assigned you to be in. Because your allocations are tied to your location. And to all Nigerians in Africa, it's time for us to come back home and build our motherland. Because Other nations will come here to exploit us because it takes a fish to learn how to swim, a child to learn how to walk, a bear to learn how to fly. So if you take us to build our own continent and build our own nation, because so now all hands must be on deck, contributing our potentials and abilities to the development of our country and our continent. So let's do something great now because it's our time and season as a nation, as a continent. God bless you so much. Expect a new Nigeria and expect you to shake your word and release your potential because it's time.
Amen to that. All right, now there you have it from Pastor Mario Gabriel. And just in case you're watching us this morning, you're on the Good Morning Holy Spirit breakfast show, and we are in the studio with Pastor Mario Gabriel, the lead pastor of the World City International City in the city of Holy. So anytime you are in the city of Holy, you can locate Pastor Mario at the Council Secretariat complex in Holy, the so-called South Local Government area. You can fellowship with them on Sundays, and then their weekly activities, of course. It promises to be a refreshing time. And just in case you are wondering what this is all about, here we're talking about his song that he just released. Now, the video you heard for the song titled Africa. And the message of the song is a message of unity. The message hoping to get across to every Nigerian in diaspora and African in diaspora to return home. And it takes Africans to build Africa, and it takes Nigerians to build Nigeria. So there you have it. And also remember, 2019 is in the corner. Don't sell your conscience. Don't sell your vote. Ensure you are well registered and come out en masse to vote for your candidate whom you know who represents your interest. I would like to have finished you asking that you can stay tuned now to Partner TV 247 on your mobile device. Yes, you can stay tuned to us on your mobile device. All you have to do is go to your Google Play Store and download the C-Log One app. Install it, click it open, and look for the Partner TV. I would also like to inform our viewers that we are now in Benin and Onitsha and Asaba. Yes, you can watch us live. What we are transmitting right now, you can watch in Benin and watch also in the city of Asaba and Onitsha. All right, now so in due time we'll give you details as to how you can locate us, in Benin and in Onitsha and Asaba, so that you have adverts and you want to do business with us. You have our offices, and there will be a representative in each of these locations too. Attend to your needs. So it is on this note and on this footing, we call it a wrap on the Good Morning Holy Spirit breakfast show this morning. Thank you for staying tuned, and don't go anywhere because we've got more coming your way right after this program. Until I come your way again, same time, same station, this is me saying to you, God bless you, be good, and don't forget we are the good people that makes Nigeria a great nation. I'll see you next time.
Africans, you and I.
Nigerians,
Oh yeah.
Nigeria.
So let's come back to motherland.
Come back to motherland.
And build
our land.
So let's come back to motherland.
And build our land. Oh yes.
We keep you Nigeria.
Oh, yes.
We keep you Africa.
Oh, yes.
Yelele, yelele.
Build Africa.
We keep you Africa. We keep you Nigeria. Yeah.
We can. It will take.
It would take you and I. Let everyone put his face together. If you Nigeria. It would take you and I.
To build Nigeria. So let's come back to motherland.
So let's come back to motherland. Oh yo yo.
So let's come back to motherland and build our land. Oh yes.
Yes, we keep you Nigeria.
Oh,
yes, we keep you Africa.
Oh, yes.
You and I, 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 you and I.
Build Nigeria.
Oh yeah, yes.
We can. We want.
Stop the killing. Stop the shooting. Stop the oppression. Stop the marginalization. Stop the killing. Stop the shooting. Stop the fighting. One Nigeria. One Africa. One human race. One God who I belong. no black blood, no north blood, no, no south blood, no, no east blood, no, no west blood.